Who are you without your mask? And we are ready to take a quantum leap forwards. But here's the thing about an illusion is it can be broken. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and what an absolute corker it has been this first 11 days of July. We had the most incredible buck moon last night on the 10th of July. It literally lit up the sky. It was all about illumination. It is the illumination of the real, raw, unapologetic truth. And it has been absolutely unbelievable. I did a video on Instagram this morning and I was talking about shattering the illusions and, really bringing to the surface of what is coming out right now. And ladies and gents, I have to be honest with you when I say we have not even seen the start of it yet. We have stripped ourselves back. We are stood under the illumination of this moon and we are ready to take a quantum leap forwards. Now, before I go any further with that, I just would really like to raise to you that the Self Love Club membership and the award-winning Self Love Club program, I hasten to add, I always forget that, I feel very privileged, is the doors are open for the waiting list for the class of 2025. The launch call kicks off on the 8th of September. Off the back of that, the doors open, you step into the program and you will be with us for 9 very quick months by the way that it has been this year. Now, we have had so many people shift their whole entire lives, go from being, sick to much better, from being in lack into abundance, their relationships, not having any relationship with their children, and then all of a sudden having an amazing relationship. So this program is an absolute game changer. And this, my friends, is why it has won awards and it is up for some more awards right now. It is literally just been put forwards for another couple of awards in America. So my friends, grab this program whilst it is still in the phase of growth. I know, give it another year or two, winning all of these awards that we're doing, it is going to be absolutely out there and everybody's going to be doing it, so get in there before other people do. It is an amazing program. Anyway, coming back to this shattering the illusion, who are you without your mask? So under the full moon last night, and oh my goodness gracious me, she was a powerhouse. She was absolutely beautiful. She lit up the sky. Now, what's fascinating, and I think this is why I feel so passionate under this moon, is my name, Lucy, means light. It means the bringer of light. So the fact that this moon is the illumination, it is the light to bring the real, raw, unapologetic, authentic truth forwards. And it really stopped me in my tracks last night and made me ask some serious questions. What illusion have I been living in? What illusion am I still holding on to? What story, mask, system, or identity am I still subscribing to that isn't actually myself? My friends, we are living in a world where illusions are currency. The illusion of who we need to be, the illusion of success, the illusion of connection through technology. Whilst, let's be real, we're more disconnected from our bodies, from our truth, from our purpose, from our families, from our friends than ever. It's not your fault. You have been programmed. You have been mind controlled. You have been conditioned since childhood. You have been taught to conform, to suppress, to survive, instead of embodying your divine truth. There is no judgment on this. We have all been caught up in this illusion. But here's the thing about an illusion is it can be broken. And these illusions, the medical system, the health system, the educational system, the financial system, politics, the fact that you're not good enough, not pretty enough, not skinny enough, not fat enough, all of these things, these illusions, they're cracking. Now, whether you are ready or not, the old world is falling away every single day. Something else is slipping. Now, this morning, one of my best girlfriends sent me a message, and I have been saying that the month of July, and you guys know because you follow me on YouTube, you guys know that I have been saying that the truth this month is really going to gain some really good speed. And one of my best girlfriends this morning sent me a message with an article from the Telegraph stating that chemotherapy is actually creating recurring and new tumours, literally stating something to do with the health industry, which, let's remember, they predicted many years ago 1 in 2 people would have cancer. And now they're bringing to the surface that their fix of the cancer is actually killing more people and holding them in this constant circle of being in the loop of the medical system. The old world is falling apart in front of our eyes right now. Whether you are ready or not, I'm going to say it again, you have two choices. You can cling on to the comfort of the lies that we have been living, no judgment, no judgment. We've been living them because we haven't known any better. We've been living them because we've genuinely got caught up in doing as we are told, believing everything that has been, the basics for us our whole lives, going to the doctor, taking a pill, those kind of things. And I'm not just digging out the medical industry, by the way. There's many other things. Let's look at the health industry. Most things that are deemed natural and healthy actually are loaded with sugars, loaded with seed oils, loaded with additives that are actually really not good for the human body. Now, people will tell me that I'm anal and I'm over the top and I am, far too, invested in making sure that I avoid these things. But the thing is, when you know that these things feed cancer, when you know that these things have made you super sick in the past, like at some point you have to take your power back and say, no, this is not happening on my watch. So you can cling on to the comfort of that lie. Or you can step into the absolute chaos of research, finding out your version of the truth, and shattering the illusions. You are ready. You are ready to really step into this questioning. And it's good to question, my friends. Now, this August, the 31st, I'm gathering those of you who are ready to dismantle the illusion of yourself. The fact that you thought you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not worthy enough, you don't deserve the money, you don't know how to look after money, which is why you can't have it. That you're not fit enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough. All of these limiting beliefs that we've confused ourselves with, and the marketing that we have bought into to say that we're sabotaging ourselves because no, we're not good enough. If you are ready to dismantle the illusion of yourself, to stop outsourcing your power, to question the narrative, not just in the media, not just in politics and in the medical industry, but here in your mind. It's time to take your life, your health, your energy, your relationships, your purpose back into your own hands. I'm not here to give you fluff. I'm not here to sell you a dream. I'm merely here to awaken you to your possibility, activating your divine authenticity. Shattering the Illusion on the 31st of August 2025, which is going to be held as an in-person experience in Harlow in Essex with limited spaces. Are you going to commit to going all in to ensure that your children, your family know exactly what is possible for you? This event is not about ego. It's not about you're right, this person's wrong. It's not about that. If this is speaking to your soul, then this event will guide you, not for your ego, not for your performance mask, but it will be an activation in your soul to create the peace, the harmony, the love that you know you deserve. Yes, the event is in August, but the process begins today. Are you ready to create a safe space for you to shatter the illusion? Are you ready to allow the illusion to be diminished? Let the real you rise and activate your authenticity. Take a moment, allow yourself to feel the illusions in which you have bought into. Let's just look at what you've bought recently. The supplements, face creams, the Botox, the fillers, the microblading, the nails. Like, what have you bought into? What illusion have you bought into? Now, like I say, there is no judgment. I'm not judging you for doing any of those things. What I'm asking you to do is recognize that you are divinely perfect exactly as you are. We are supposed to age. We are supposed to have our body go through a little bit of a change and things. However, we can do very simple things that we call fun. We can remove them from our lives and we can live in a much more peaceful and harmonious existence. Do you choose that for you? Are you ready to look at some of the illusions of the world? Like, do you believe that your vote matters? Now, some people do. I've never voted once in my life because I genuinely have always, since an 18-year-old girl, I've known that my vote doesn't matter. And yes, there will be people out there listening to this going, but Lucy, that attitude is the reason we're in this mess. No, that's your perspective and you are entitled to your opinion. However, I truly believe I need to create the world that I'm going to be proud of living in, proud to bring children into, proud to educate and impact the systems that I think are a whole heap of nonsense. And let's remember, I worked in the banking system for 15 years. I worked with technology in the banking system. So I know how addicted it has been designed to be. First hand in the belly of the beast. I almost lost my health. I definitely lost my mental health for a while. I sacrificed relationships. I sacrificed my peace, my harmony. For what? For an illusion of a system that isn't actually what we know it to be. I used to pop pills every single month. I used to get itis bugs, tonsillitis, laryngitis, bronchitis every single month without fail. Every month without fail, I'd be on antibiotics. Every month without fail for about 5 years, I was in and out of hospital having digestive issues and hormone issues tested. I was constantly in that loop of there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with me. And then one day I reached breaking point and I quit everything that I knew. And it was a very brave move. Everybody thought I was losing it. You know, if you haven't read my book From Head to Heart, it's a great place to read the journey in detail of what I went through. But this was it. This is when, because I stepped out of the matrix. And I remember when I went to work in London, people said to me, Lucy, when you get on that roundabout of working in London, it's very difficult to get off. And I'm going to be honest with you, they were right. You're in this loop. You get more money, you get more bonuses, you get, better shoes, better handbags, better this, better that. You buy more stuff and you're in this loop. And then I literally was broken to be able to step off of it. It was the biggest gift that I ever gave myself. The most humongous gift I ever could have given myself was the gift that I recognized I was living in the matrix. I was addicted to money. I was addicted to partying. I was addicted to the lifestyle. Have you guys seen my lifestyle now? I live in a beautiful part of the world where I create everything myself. Very few people live around me, and I'm happier than I've ever been. I spend most of my time in nature. And some people would say that's unrealistic, but I disagree. This is the way that life was intended to be. We can still inspire, we can still really create beautiful shifts. But do we really need to be as intrinsically caught up in the matrix as we are? Does it make sense that we pay all this money to run cars, yet the roads are an absolute mess? Does it make sense that the petrol prices and the oil prices go up premised off of toxicity that's taking in certain places in the world that is nothing to do with us? Make it make sense. And then there is technology. The most convenient tool we've ever been gifted for us to compare, compete, and be able to stand behind a screen and bully. Technology has made it very convenient for us to have a new addiction, for us to be more divided than we ever have been previously to now, all whilst saying it's keeping us connected. Just food for thought. I'm not saying that I'm right, just throwing it out there as a topic of conversation. Personally, I feel it is time to shatter the illusion of the matrix. Personally, I feel it is time for us to shatter the illusions of ourselves. You are beautiful. You are kind. You are loving. You are not what your parents projected on you. You are not your trauma. Underneath all of that, like, I get why you hear things premised off of your trauma. But this is it. This August, we break out of jail. We come together as a community and we live in a way that we have never known possible. There is a link in the description field for you guys to be able to buy your tickets to the Shattering the Illusion event on the 31st of August. I'm so excited to see you there. And please do remember, if you are really ready to completely change your life, Self-Love Club is the program for you. I will be sharing some beautiful feedback that I've received during over the shorts and across my social media. So please, please, please do keep an eye on that. Ladies and gents, love you to the moon and stars. I'll catch you next time.